Hi darlings, and welcome back to my makeup garden. It's Liz. It is the month of March, and with that comes another Eyescream beauty box. So if you're not familiar, Eyescream Beauty is a subscription service. It's $25 a month, and there's always some kind of eyeshadow palette in here. Now, there are normally more indie brands in here. So let's open this up and see what's inside. So we're gonna open the box, we're gonna look at the items, and then we're gonna use the items. Well, I'm gonna use the items, and I'm guessing you're gonna watch. So right away, here's a little card. It gives you the pricing, just like, you know, all of the other ones. I don't know if the other ones still, other subscription services still do that, but so we're gonna open this up. Now, the first item that is on top is by Ofra, and that is this blush slash bronzer duo. So this is the color. Oh, if I can get it open. Let's do that. So this is the Blushzer in the shade Unit. So I think those colors will probably be fine for me. So that's good. I have light to medium or medium skin, depending on the season. Right now it's more on the light to medium side. So the next item is by Beau Babe Beauty. And this was a liquid highlight drop. So this is the shade Gold Opal. Let's get this open and let's see what's inside. Firstly, the bottle is adorable. It seems like there's a lot of product in here. I think it would take a long time to go through all this. And it is a dropper. So that's cool. Let's put this on the back of my hand and let's see what it looks like. It is very much like a light gold color. It's not as thin as some of the other drops. Like if you've tried the London, Iconic London drops, it's definitely not as thin. It's more of a thick texture. So that is there. That's very pretty. I think a little bit would go a really long way on this. I wonder if this will sheer out. It's more yellow when you sheer it out. All right, so we have liquid highlighter drops. Now the liquid highlighter drops by Beau Babe Beauty, those retail for $35, and the Ofra Blushzer in the shade Unit retails for $29. And this is just full price. Like, that's the full price. All right. So the next item is by Stina Face, and this is called the Velvet Dreamstick. This is a matte lipstick. Okay. It claims to be densely pigmented formula, gives unbeatable color payoff that lasts, but also leaves your lips comfortable and hydrated. So it's not supposed to be drying. Here's a little package component. Now, I will say this component feels a little bit cheap. It like moves around. It's not like a secure thing. Now, when you pull it up, though, it looks really nice. It doesn't really have a smell. And then let's go over here. The color's really pretty. It's funny. I was expecting the color of the packaging to maybe match the lipstick. That was just an assumption on my part. I'm actually really happy to see this color and not this like tangerine coral kind of color. Lipstick retails for $12, so it's not expensive. So that's cool. See what else is in here. We also have a by Zeesea Beauty. What is this? Let's look at it. The packaging is here. Let's see what it is. It's a redness correcting primer by Zeesea Cosmetics. So don't worry about the green shade. The green color will help counteract any redness on the skin. So once you blend it out, the green color will fade away, and then apply foundation on top. Oop. Good thing I didn't put any face makeup on. So I am going to put this on before I do my foundation, and we will see if it's able to cover my rosacea, because I do have rosacea and some irritation on my chin. So we're gonna find out. I have not tried a primer by Zeesea Beauty before, yeah, we'll see. Okay, so the last item is by LadyBugGlow, and I have actually not tried this indie brand yet. So this is the End of the Rainbow palette. I like the packaging. I think it's really cute, actually. It's very like cartoony, but I like that. So this is a 9-pan palette with purples, yellows, and green. So I'm excited to see what this looks like on the eye. I'm actually really drawn to these colors, so maybe we'll use these two primarily. And then let's look at the shimmer, okay? So, oh, that one's really pretty. Let's see. We'll just swatch these on my hand. They feel really nice. There's a purple. Oh, the purple looks great. Oh, this is, oh, these look really nice. I have not tried, oh, I like this a lot. I have not tried this brand yet. They've been on my radar for a while, but I just haven't tried them because none of the color stores have really called to me. So I'm actually really excited to have this. So we are gonna do a full face of makeup using these products. So let me go ahead and try to quell the little man real quick, and I will be right back and we will do some makeup. Okay, if you're wondering, Liz, did your outfit change? The answer is yes. I did not get to finish filming. So at this point, you saw the unboxing, and now we're gonna play with the makeup because my little guy woke up and I could not keep filming. Like, he is very on me. When he wakes up, he's like, "Ah, Mom." But anyway, so let me take my glasses off and we're gonna hope for the best because I can't, I'm not great. I usually wear contacts. That's when you guys normally see me, but anyway, okay, so we're gonna start with this Zeesea Beauty. This is the multi-effect makeup primer. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to use this only on the red spots on my cheeks or if I'm supposed to use it all over. So this could go poorly. So we're gonna try it. I haven't tried this yet. This is the first time I've actually, with the exception of the lipstick, it's the first time that I will have tried anything here. So let's put this primer out. This is supposed to be a green, it is a green. I don't know how much to use. I'm gonna start with that amount. I think that's good, right? It seems like it's kind of thick. We're gonna apply this with, oh yeah, that's probably too much. I'm gonna see if this neutralizes the red under, like all over my face. I'm not sure if I should, like I said, put this all over or only where there's red. So it kind of has, if you've ever used like a clay mask that's like an Amazonian clay mask, or like I wonder if that's one of the main ingredients in this is Amazonian clay. It kind of has that feel. It's weird. I think it's going to be, it feels a bit like I'm putting spackle on my face, if I'm going to be frank with you. I wonder if I should put this on my forehead. I usually have some redness around my nose here. I wonder if this is going to cancel out. It definitely has lightened my skin tone. It'll be interesting to see what the true color of the foundation I've been wearing is. So I'm just kind of, you can see where I've smeared it on. It does not appear to be one of those that, a primer that you can wear on its own. Interesting. I don't, no, I do still have, you can still see redness poking through. So I don't know if the green pigment in this is, I don't think I should put more of this on, is what I'm trying to say. It does feel cooling, like there might be some kind of hydrating element to it. Let me see if I can grab the box. So this, is it all in Chinese? Kind of looks like it's all in Chinese. So may the odds be ever in our favor. It looks like Mandarin to me, but I could be wrong. Okay, so we'll let that settle for just a second. I'm gonna, lately I've been mixing my foundation. So I've been taking the AboutFace. I usually dip the wand in a couple of times and just put it on my hand. And then I've been mixing in a little bit of moisturizer. The one I'm gonna use today is by Avène. I got it as like a free sample from Ulta Beauty. And what I have been doing is putting like 2 little dabs of foundation, like 2 dips of foundation, and then just mixing in some of this, which is very kind of like a runner, like a little bit runnier of like it says lotion. But I used it on my face as like a moisturizer. I actually just put too much on my hand. And it worked really well for that. Like it worked really well on the face. So I'm not sure if its intended usage is the face, but that's where I used it and it did a really good job. I'll just use the extra to moisturize my very dry skin. Okay, let's mix it together and then I'm gonna grab my makeup brush. Now how I put this on before is I used a makeup sponge. So we shall see. It almost looks like it darkened my my foundation a bit, which it did not do that last time. So let's take this. This is a Sephora foundation brush, like I think it's like a kabuki style flat brush. And let's just apply this all over. Let's see how it covers up the primer. The primer did settle down. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. We'll find out, I guess. I think I'm actually gonna have to put more. It's so weird. So last time I used that jelly moisturizer, it didn't completely sheer out my foundation. This time, however, it did. So we're just gonna put on, oh, it is nice and cooling though. It is moisturizing. It has like that cold feel. Okay, we'll just do this. Doop, doop, doop. I don't need to say dupe every time I do this, but you know, part of me does. Do I think that redness correcting primer is effective? No, I don't. Because my skin is not, it has a lot of redness, but it is not like vibrant cherry red. It's more of like a blush red, and in that I'm lucky. But I feel like this did not do anything for that, even that level of redness. And I think that if you had cystic acne, or if you had some really severe redness, that this primer would not correct that for you. Not even a little bit. My skin, however, does look smoother. It looks like it is effective as a primer, but not as a color corrector. Does that make sense? Now the texture of my skin looks really smooth, which that I like that. And it kind of has a bit of like this glow to it, which I feel like this foundation has a little of that anyway, but I do feel like it's amplified using that primer. So take that as it is. That was the Zeesea, and that came in this month's Eyescream beauty box. I am gonna go ahead and add a little bit of color corrector to my under eye. If you've been around here, you know that I've just been throwing this e.l.f. one at myself. This e.l.f. peach color correcting. I've been using this for a while, and I do like it. It's not the most covering like color corrector, but I do feel like it does a good job. And I'm gonna keep using it. Let's see, do I want to try it? Oh, let me try this with this brush. Let's try this brush. I have just been using my finger, and a finger is perfectly effective for this. So, you know, just a little something. Just because I feel like I'm tired. My littles are not sleeping well. One was sick last week, and the other's getting ready. He's going through a growth spurt. There's no way he's not going through a growth spurt. So, yeah, they're tired. They're not sleeping well. And if they're not sleeping well, Mom for sure is not sleeping well. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of my foundation and just put it on my hand. Give that a second to settle in so that, you know, I don't just completely wipe it away because of all the things that I've done in my face. Normally I would do that first, but I wanted to see how the foundation was going to cover without my color corrector being there. Does that make sense? So, okay. Just add a little bit of my foundation there because I don't really want to wear concealer today. So, yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I do feel like it looks really nice though. Like overall, my complexion looks really nice. So, the only product in this mix that I'm kind of afraid to use is actually this. This is the liquid highlighter, and I am not sure. Highlighter is normally one of the last steps in my makeup routine. I really am not sure how this is going to perform on top of my powder blush. So we're going to find out if we fuck up the makeup today. It's going to be a fuck around and find out kind of situation. You know. So let me take a little bit of powder. I'm going to use this Huda Beauty Cherry Powder. This has been my favorite. I really enjoy this, which is funny because, you know, powder is one of those things where you're just kind of like, do you enjoy powder? But I actually do. I enjoy this. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this, like this fluffy brush, and I am just gonna tap. Do I need to set the rest of my face? I kind of feel like I do. I kind of feel like I need to set the rest of my face just because I'm going to be using powder products. You see the redness from my glasses. Honestly, I don't think if I put any product there, it's just going to come off anyway. Actually, the glasses are the #1 reason why I'm going to set the rest of my face. Now that I think about it, I'm not used to wearing them. I haven't worn them in a while. I usually wear contacts. And I'm just grabbing some of the ABH translucent powder. I wish I didn't like this powder, but I kind of do. I'm just going to dust it around. But, all right. So you can still see some of my natural redness coming through. So I don't feel like that color correcting redness reducing, like, did it reduce the redness a little bit? Maybe. I mean, I feel like the foundation does a good job of that on its own, you know? But my skin texture definitely looks smoother, so there's a benefit. I don't know how much that primer retails for. I'll have to find the paper. I don't remember thinking it was that expensive. Okay, let me see. I have no idea where that paper went. I'm not gonna lie to you, my desk is a clusterfuck. Okay, so that's done. Let's go ahead and do the cheek. So I have this Ofra Duo. This is the Blushzer in Unit. So it looks like it's a little bit of a glowy blush and then a warm bronzer. This bronzer might be a little bit warm for what my preferences normally are, but we're gonna try it. All right, let's grab I feel like I need to use a smaller brush than I normally would. Let's start with the bronzer. I'm just gonna use my regular bronzer brush and hope that I can fit it in here effectively. I don't like split pans like this generally because I like to get my whole brush in there. And I find that split pans like this have just a little bit of a smaller pan size, like smaller than I would like. All right, let's hope that this doesn't come off as too warm. I like Ofra bronzers, but I don't reach for one that's normally this warm of a color. This is almost terracotta. I lie. It's not really terracotta, but it looks very warm to me. So, and that's because I like to place my bronzer in the hollows of my cheeks as well. So I like something that's a little bit more of a neutral for that. Instead of something quite so orange. But it seems like it's working okay. Like the color's working okay with now my skin tone is very light to medium. Why do I feel like this is not, I guess, as effective as I am used to? My hair is not cooperating today. Now, I feel like sorry, this light is very close. There, that's better. Okay, so you can see how warm it is there. I like to go ham with the bronzer, but I don't like to be too much, you know? So I am gonna put this where I would normally put my bronzers, which is here. I don't think this is gonna be effective for the normal way that I use bronzer, but it'll be all right. See, I normally see how warm this is comparatively. It almost looks kind of red. So, it's almost like doing a blush tour for me. Now, while I like Ofra powdered bronzers, this isn't the skin tone that I would normally gravitate towards. You know, like this blush tone. Okay, so on the blush side of things, we're gonna go ahead and place this. This is a luminous blush. So I'm very curious how this is gonna interact with, like if I'm just gonna be glow to the gods, this is too much kind of a look, you know? We're gonna find out. So I do love their blushes. I appreciate that this box was curated. So it seems like this box, every box really, is curated in some kind of a way. There's normally an eye product, hence the Eyescream beauty box. There's always an eyeshadow palette, almost always an indie brand eyeshadow, and oftentimes a collab indie brand eyeshadow palette. I am looking at myself in the camera view, like, well, it's not a viewfinder, it's my camera screen. because it's my phone. Yeah, it is a pretty blush. It's so funny. I erased the blush with the primer. Try to. My natural blush. Only for it to come through with blush. It's just funny. Because of how I apply it. Okay, am I going to put any on my nose? Yeah, okay. I was convinced. Honestly, it's just a little warmth, you know? Okay. This overall, don't love. I think it's okay. I like the blush. I don't like the bronzer color. So for perspective, I know if it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse, low key, kind of am. Yeah. But here's what. Let me show you. Because I'll show you the difference in tones and what I mean. While it looks okay, I think, this is the one I would normally go for. And this is the one that's in here. Okay. See the difference? Okay. Oh, yeah. See how my desk is filthy? Well, it's just covered in chaos. I have too many good projects going at one time. Okay. So you see what I mean. All right. So this is the Beau Babe Beauty liquid highlighter. This is very golden. Very golden. Let me put it on the back. Honestly, I think not even putting a drop, just putting that much on the back of my hand is probably more than enough. I'm not sure if I should try to pick this up with a brush. Maybe I should, I guess. Let's try it with a brush. Let's see what happens. Kind of afraid to put it on with a brush, honestly. Let's see. What kind of brush do I have here? Those are eyeliners. That's not the right bin. Okay. So normally I would use a brush like this, or maybe a little bit smaller of a version of this to put this on. Maybe we'll try it with something like this. I'm not sure. It's kind of a green gold kind of a color. See? Let's try it. Oh, it's pretty though. It looks really pretty on the cheek. What is on my eye right here? Excuse me. Okay. I mean, it's pretty. It's actually not as intense as I was thinking it was going to be. It definitely has like kind of a white cast though. I don't know. I don't think I like this product. I know it's might seem like a rash, like a snap judgment, but I don't think I like this product at all. I find it hard to control. It's hard to get even. Yeah, I don't like this. I would rather put an eyeshadow on my cheek, you know, like just a little bit of an eyeshadow on my cheek. Okay. I feel like this video was going to be a long one, so I'm sorry if you were in a hurry, but I guess today's not the day for Liz. Okay. Don't love that. Cool. All right. Let's put the lipstick on. So the lipstick formula I've been wearing off and on for all week, basically, and I've actually really enjoyed it. It's by Stina Face, and I did look at their website, and it looks like there's a total of 6 shades of this. Now, this says it's a matte lipstick. I would say it's more of a demi-matte. I don't really find it to be drying. I do have a little bit of lip balm on my lips, but there's not much there. But I don't particularly find this to be drying, which I actually like. And it is pigmented. It lasts a long time, but it does transfer. So I have actually been testing this out. I've worn this, I don't know, that much times, like 4 times maybe, maybe 5 times over the course of the days. The color I like a lot. It's kind of like a peachy neutral. It's a little bit too peachy for what my preferences normally are, but I do think that it wears beautifully. Actually, they have a berry color, and I'm really interested in getting the berry color to see if it's patchy or not, you know. But it's pretty, like, And they're not expensive either. I think they're like $12. So, yeah. Now, I did not find that this lipstick was, it didn't like bleed a lot into like the fine lines of my lips. It didn't seem to settle in my cracks. Like my creases, my lip creases. But yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. Wouldn't mind getting a couple more colors. A lot of their colors are not like colors that I would gravitate towards. This color that they sent and then one other color were kind of like, oh yeah, these would be my colors, you know? Okay. Could I have used a lip liner? Yes. You guys may not be able to see it on camera, but my chin with that primer, my chin looking real cakey. It's looking real cakey. So, gotta love that journey for us today. Let me see if I can pounce this down with a dry beauty sponge. It is, yeah. I generally gravitate more towards like a, not no makeup like for the complexion, because you can usually tell I have foundation on, but I do like things to just kind of melt together. Like I like cream products for that reason. This reminds me of like makeup that I wouldn't have known how to do it then, but like I may have worn in like 2016. Yeah, not loving the thing. Okay. The only item that we haven't used from this box so far, like I said, isn't that pretty? It's just a pretty lip, you know? It is a demi matte. I would not say this is a full matte. I would even say you could, like in certain lights, call it a satin matte, but it's not as emollient as a satin I normally find a satin to be. Okay, so the only thing we haven't used is the End of the Rainbow palette here. This is by LadyBugGlow, and it's really, I actually like this a lot. I think that the colors are really fun. I'm interested in trying this, and it's funny, I like this not for the greens, like for St. Patty's Day, like that this palette I think is geared towards, because this is for the March box for Eyescream Beauty box, but actually more for like these colors, like this quad here, I think is really pretty. So I think I'm gonna try to put, I want to put this on my lid. I for sure want to put this on my lid. I kind of want to go purple and green. And I'm not sure, I want to use this yellow a lot, but I'm just not sure how I want to use it. Does that make sense? I guess I could try putting, like yellow in the beginning part of my eye and then blend out to purple. I don't know, we'll see. I do have my makeup brushes here. All right, so let's grab this one. This one is a Blend Bunny brush. This is a B5. Usually you would use this brush to like blow like product out, you know, like to make things look blended. But I think I'm going to try using this to, maybe we'll do a two-tone crease is what I'm trying to get at with so many words. This does have a mirror, which is nice. It's just like a nice little mirror. And for your enjoyment here, let's get close to the phone. Bit like stretching a rubber band, but okay. Okay, so let's grab this purple color called Hope. I have never tried this brand before. I have heard good things about it. My friend Rachel likes them, and yeah, but has not been a color story before this one that I just felt like called me, you know, that I was like, yeah, that's the one for me, you know. So right away, it seems like this purple has a little bit of a white base to it, because it is definitely lighter on the lid. Then you can see the difference right there for me, like where it's interacting with the cream products on my face, like the foundation. You can see a little bit of that, like the white base here. Let's see if it's gonna layer up. So far, it's funny, as I blend it, the shade, like the color looks lighter to me. And I don't know if I love that, honestly. Honestly, I'm a little bit confused by it. So, okay. So let's do the other side as well, and let's see if the same thing happens, like as I blend a little bit. Yeah, Bubba. You already had a yogurt drink, my love. Would you like an apple juice?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I am placating him with Mickey Mouse Clubhouse right now, because I'm buying myself a little bit of free time. If you're a parent, you understand. And if you don't, well, maybe you will or maybe you won't. Either way, you don't have to say anything about it. All right. All right. Right away, I don't like this purple, how it's performing. Now, somebody else may get a different result, of course. But I don't generally use an eye primer, and I don't feel like I should have to. But do you see how it's kind of like wiping away? I am genuinely confused by that. I will try this again using my, putting my makeup on first. But right away, this purple is kind of blending away into like a white color, and I don't like that. So let's try the yellow. All right, I am gonna clean off that brush with a color switch over here. And then I'm gonna use that same brush. A different one, what, baby? Okay, so I have this shade Pot of Gold here, which is like a marigold yellow. Let's go ahead and place this on the inner part here. And let's do that. It's a pretty, I love this kind of a yellow, like it's just a pretty kind of a tone, especially like I like it on my skin tone. Okay. I'm just building that up just a little bit. Okay. All right. I think that blended into that white. I'm trying not to be salty because the snarky person in me wants to go off, but honestly, that purple, the color itself is not, it's not terrible. Like the color it blends out to is not terrible, but it is different. Do you know what I mean? Like it is different than the purple in the pan. Okay. A marigold yellow. It seems like it's a nice yellow. This formula is a little bit on the drier side. It's a little bit more powdery. So if these are kind of remind me of like old school mattes. Does that make sense? Where you can usually build them up and blend them fine, but they just are a little bit drier of a formulation. They're not like that creamy matte kind of a formula. Okay. So I kind of want to deepen this look up a little bit with this shade Clover here, and then we'll go in with our shimmers. So Clover is this dark green. There is significantly more kick up in the pan with this color than there were with the other two, but it is a darker shade, and that's kind of par for the course. So, all right, we're just going to take that shade Clover, and we're just going to tap that to the outer corner here. I'm kind of tempted. Let me get a different brush. One, because I don't think that brush is going to represent the color the best. And two, because I don't think this shade is going to cooperate the way I want it to, just judging how it first went on there. So we're going to find out. My expectations for this are actually kind of low. Like I'm not placing all my hope for the brand in this palette, if that makes sense, but do I want to try to bring that over? I kind of want to just keep this here. So see how that blends into it's just muddy. It just wants to get muddy. So we'll see. I don't think that honestly, that purple, the longer that I have my eye look here, the more that purple looks like it's just kind of disappearing. So maybe we'll try a different brush and see if we can add some of that purple back in. Like I said, did you think that this video was going to only be 20 minutes today? Oh, silly, silly viewer. 20 minutes is for pros. You're in the amateur hour. Sorry. Does anybody else remember Bane Cat? It was like a parody of like the the Batman, like Bane from Batman. It was a parody of him, like, silly human. I still talk like Bane Cat quite often. It's a piece of internet memorabilia in my brain that just will not die. So, are we going to have more color banding in today's look? Yeah, this is probably as blended as that crease color is gonna get, if we're being 100% honest. You wanna show me something? Okay, baby, you can show me something. Okay, so let me see if I can grab a round brush like this Blend Bunny. I'm gonna go back into that purple shade Hope, and let's just see if I can see how pink it is. It's like blended away to like nothing. I'm afraid that I'm gonna make this like an absolute mess, but I'm gonna try to get some more of that purple, because that purple is pretty. Yeah, there's not a fat chance in hell that that's gonna work. So this purple, if you were getting this palette for that purple, well, have I got some unfortunate news for you. Okay. This would definitely be the kind of formula that I would recommend using a primer for. So let's take a look at the shades that are here, these shimmer shades. So the three that I'm most interested are these three here. And I would like to use all of them. So the shimmer shades look very sparkly, very promising. I for sure want to use these two on my lid. I kind of want to use that in the center of my lid, but it might be a beautiful inner corner shade. So let me put an eye primer down, because judging by how this palette has behaved already, I'm going to need one. So let me grab my Specular Eye Base by Devinah. And I like this primer. The packaging broke on me like the first time I used it, but I let Deandra know, and I'm pretty sure they already fixed it. So, okay. Let's cover the lid. I'll do both. It just dawned on me that the reason the highlighter color is gold is because of St. Patty's Day. Cool. So glad I finally made it to the party. All right. I'm like, oh, that tracks. Okay. So I really want to use this blue color on like more of the center. And I kind of want to use this purple on the outer, but I think the purple is actually going to be brighter than the blue. So we're just going to, oh, what am I going to do? So I'm going to place the purple on the inner part of my lid here. And I think that will play well off of the, well, good thing it looks kind of blue anyway. But I was going to say, I think that will play well off of the yellow, because they're, are they complement? I can't remember where they are on the color wheel, but you see a purple and yellow pairing a lot. I want to say they're complementary colors, but okay. That is a very pretty shimmer. It kind of has that, it feels super smooth on the finger, but it looks kind of textured on the lid. And it is a multi-chrome. It shifts from blue to purple. And I think there's also a bit of periwinkle in there as well. So it just kind of all around works. And that's a color Dreamy, excuse me. I did just burp. Yeah, that's a color Dreamy. That's really pretty. With my finger, it's a little bit messy, but that's okay. Now the mattes in this palette, I'm not enjoying the mattes in this palette, but the shimmers are pretty, and they are very like luminous almost, like where you put them on the eye and they just look really like bright. Now we could leave that there, but what fun is that, you know? So we're going to go into the shade Mesmerizing here, this blue color, and we're going to place that on the outer third of our lid. Oh, and that has like a purple, like a purpley blue pink shift. Pretty. Honestly, I think these two shades could be used interchangeably in this kind of eye look. and it would be fine. You know what I mean? Like one is not really darker than the other. It's just the colors are slightly different. Okay, well that is really pretty shimmer-wise. Those are very pretty shimmers. Very pretty shimmers. Okay, so we're gonna need an inner corner color, and I do not want to use my finger for that. Oops, excuse me. I am gonna grab this Blend Bunny B3 because I can't seem to find any of my Blend Bunny pencil brushes, like the ones that are for the inner corner. They're here somewhere, but I have not yet found them. So I kind of want to go into the shade Magical and see if that's going to work on the inner corner. So, yeah, that's pretty. It's just like a green. Honestly, it's like green with gold. It's a really pretty color, though. I think it's going to play well with the yellow that's there, too, so. Welcome to my master plan. All right. Very pretty. Is this eye look beautiful? Yes, it is beautiful. The shimmers, I think, make this look. It is for sure not the mattes, but it is the shimmers, and they are lovely. I do want to sweep that up just a little bit. I think I'm going to take a little bit of that shade as well and place it just under my brow bone. Just for a little bit of intrigue, because I am going to neglect my brows today. Because I want to. And that's a good enough reason for me. I absolutely hate the purple. Okay, we need to pick a lower waterline color. And I'm thinking this gray would actually be really pretty. So let me grab something that is a little bit fluffier of a brush. That I think would lend itself well. And let me use this color switch here because... I'm going to use the same B4 brush from Blend Bunny that I used for that, or at least tried to use for that purple. So we're going to go into Cloudy, which is this gray color. While I think this bright green, this Kelly green, Lucky, would probably translate well, I think it would be a little bit garish. And I'm hoping that the shade Cloudy here will just add a little bit of something. But not too much to be like overwhelming, you know? Yeah, it's just a little bit of something. Okay. Yeah, this gray is really pretty though. That's a really pretty color. Grays are often tricky. Like sometimes I like them on my skin tone and sometimes I absolutely hate them. But I do feel like this gray is pretty. Now with that dark green shade, there was a little bit of fallout with the one that I put here, which is kind of hard to see because of that goldish highlighter. It is making it hard to see. So let me see if I can grab a brush that I can use to, maybe I'll just grab my blush brush and we'll see if I can brush it away. Nope. Okay, well, we did what we could there. All right, so let me put on some mascara and some liner and I will be right back and we'll talk about everything overall. All right, darling, so this is a completed look. I went ahead and used the NARS Climax mascara. I used an Ofra black eyeliner, like a pencil liner in my tightline, and then this color, which is called Icebreaker by Colourpop. I think this color actually works really well with the look. I wasn't sure, but I kind of love how it came together. So let's talk about the items in this box, okay? So it's $25 for the Eyescream beauty box. This Beau Babe liquid highlighter, jelly type consistency. This would probably be really beautiful all over the body, but I don't wear highlighter on the body. But it strikes me as like the kind of product that would be really pretty on the body. I don't like it on the face. So take that for what it is. The Ofra Cosmetics Blushzer Duo. I like the blush. I don't like the bronzer. I keep looking at myself thinking that I need to correct it or keep looking at it. It's not what I'm used to, and honestly, it's not what I like. So again, blush I like, but the bronzer I don't like, and I don't like this split pan. I find that this split pan is just too hard for me to want to use. The lipstick, I like this a lot. So this is a Stina Face, and like I said, I am interested in getting some more colors from them. I will probably end up ordering, they have like this brownish berry color. I would be interested in ordering that, but the rest of the colors do look like they run light. So I'd be interested to see this like formula in a deeper color to see if it still has the same amount of color saturation. Do I think this lip goes with the eye? But with a lip liner, I think it would be fine. I just chose not to wear one today. This color corrector from Zeesea Beauty. It's a color correcting primer. Let me be specific. It looks really good on camera. So on camera, my face looks very, it looks very like smooth, and my makeup looks good on camera. In person, it's a little bit cakey on the chin, and it does look heavy, and it looks heavy not because of the foundation, because that's my normal foundation. It applied exactly how it normally does. Even with me adding too much of the moisturizer and thinning it out, it still applied normally. However, with this product, I could see using this. It's almost clay. I would almost bet money that there is clay in this. I feel like it smoothed my forehead beautifully. And I feel like it would be effective on the cheeks if you had like pitting, or if you had like acne scars. Maybe this would smooth out a little bit. I don't feel like it's effective I don't feel like it's effective at covering redness. I just don't. It was okay, but it didn't cover much of anything. It didn't cover any more than my foundation would normally cover. So take that as it is. On the chin, this makes it look cakey. So, and I feel like on the nose, it emphasized texture, and that is entirely to this and not my general skincare routine or any of that. So none of that's changed. So this is definitely the catalyst. But I do think that it smoothed my cheeks a little bit, and I do feel like that it filled my, like it smoothed my forehead a little bit. However, I do feel like this makes your makeup look heavier, if that makes sense. It's not something that is gonna mush. It literally creates like a physical layer instead of kind of melting in with your skin or melting in with your makeup, if that makes sense. So this LadyBugGlow palette. I think the shimmers are beautiful in here. The mattes are really hit and miss. I feel like this gray went on my lower lash line beautifully. I don't feel like I have any issues with it. This green had a lot of fallout. A lot of dark colors have fallout, so I'm not going to really hold that against it. But I do hold against it that it is fading. This was like, as I was putting the shimmers on, it had only been on for a couple of minutes, and it was already wanting to fade and to crease. So don't love that. This marigold yellow is very pretty. It's very pretty on the inner corner. I think it's a great color, and I think that it applied well. For yellow, it applied well. This purple is garbage, and it blended out to like a light pink color, like a white pink on my eye. And anywhere this touches a cream product, it is darker. So, which is, you know, pretty normal for mattes, but if you use an eye base, you may not have that same problem. But if we're talking about my makeup preferences, and for my makeup preferences, I don't like it. The shimmers in here are absolutely beautiful. They're a little bit messy because they have a little bit of that texture. But if you use a glitter primer, this is not going to be an issue. And I think these three in the middle are really beautiful. There are only two shades that I did not use in this palette, and I did not use this one or this one. So take that for what it is. I do think the eye look is pretty. It does not appear to be immediately creasing on me, which is good. So yeah, we'll take that as it is. Would I pay full price for this? No. If I knew what the quality was ahead of time, no, I wouldn't. But I got it in this entire box, which was $25. So I'm not mad at it. This is just a first impressions, of course. I will keep using this whenever I can, especially the shimmers. That yellow shimmer on the inner corner, it's really unsuspecting. I'd be really curious to see if this shimmer is like kind of transformative. Like if you put this over a green, is it going to look more green? If you put it over the blue, is it going to kind of take on some of those qualities? I'm really curious about it. So that remains to be seen, but I do think that the shimmers applied beautifully and they're working lovely on the face. So thank you for watching my very long, very drawn out I feel like today's is really long, so I'm sorry for that. It's not normally this long, but I feel like I ran into so many hiccups. And I will edit down as much as I can. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Will you leave me an eyeball emoji in the comments? And if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. And hi, everyone. Love your faces. Thanks for being here. And I will catch you on the next one. I think I'm going to do a get ready with me using the Steph's Beauty Stash / Gourmand Girls, the Nueva Vida palette. I think I'm going to try to do that tomorrow. But we'll see. I'm going to have fingers crossed. I'm really trying. It's been like really hectic around here. So anyway, I love your face and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.